Welcome everybody out to the late night face check. My name is Valcomer. We are here with HellStorm of One More Fight in Division E. They are currently screaming towards a playoff run, doing very well this season. They're excited to see how it all comes together. HellStorm, thanks for being here. Welcome to the
It's
late
my
night face check.
it's my pleasure, Welcomer. I'm glad to be here and be invited. Thank you.
So,
And
tell me a little
hi
bit
everyone.
about the team. I know this isn't your first season playing together.
We've played for we've played since the beta, but as a team, we've played for two NGS or three NGS season at most. We
Okay.
play in Heroes Lounge also, so we've played a lot since we started. We used to play together, and I was complaining that I wanted to play competitives. And eventually, my girlfriend said, "Well, you have a team. Why don't you start playing competitives?" And she like told all of us we should do that. And eventually, we talked about it and decided to go for it.
Well, good
Uh,
job
we
being
were
the
four, so we had to recruit other people. But now we're five and six even.
good job to her being the catalyst for the team, helping nudge them into this glorious spot going into the playoffs.
Especially since she doesn't play at all. So it's like, all right, thank you for participating in this endeavor.
She was very supportive. Get out there and compete. So,
Yeah.
now
Stop annoying me about not doing it and do it.
your position on the team, I believe, is a range damage dealer, or do you flex
Yeah.
around quite a bit?
I flex the most of my team, but because the other player don't flex as much, I'm filling the role that we are liking the most, which also happens to be my best role, so it's a good thing.
Darn.
But it's yes, yes, which is I main tracer, but in general I play mage mostly or ranged assassins of different
Got it.
kinds.
Got it. I played against a tracer yesterday that just was absolutely in my backline's face. I could not peel enough, it felt like. So a good tracer can be a
She's
nightmare.
hard to deal at the level at which I'm playing with my team, and I don't mean necessarily competitive, but on the ladder and everything. A lot of people just don't know what to do, and I can just freely kill everyone
Yeah.
if I'm Tracer.
No, if she doesn't get stopped, she just runs amok.
Exactly.
So, well, what would you say has been something, if you look back at the season, that has really helped you and your team come to this point and build to this point together?
Well, first, as you've mentioned, it's not our first season, so we've learned from the past. We've learned that our biggest strength was the macro, and we decided to work on it even more, make sure we don't miss lanes, make sure we don't miss XP or whatever. And even if they have burst comps or stuff that counters us, we found that if we focus on the macro and don't miss anything, we get enough of an edge to be able to compensate when the objectives comes or when anything else comes our way to
Yeah, it's hard for a
not
burst comp
lose.
to kill you if you're up 3 levels, right?
Exactly. So
Yep, you get that
the help
talent
with
tier advantage, you've got that level advantage, and then it's just like, huh, well, that tickled. We're gonna win.
you might have something that could have killed us if we were even level, but not three levels behind.
Yeah, no, that it sounds like the focus on that has really benefited the team and helped you move forward. Now, team dynamics, is there a particular goofball on the team? Is there a strong silence type? Is there a clear shot caller and leader? How do you guys play together?
Uh, we try very hard to have a player do the shot calling because one of our biggest flaws at the beginning, at least, was that we were very unorganized. Like we're a bunch of friends who played, and we included other people, but we just played. We were not competitive at the beginning, so we didn't really know. Eventually, we got people from other teams or even masters that played with rank with us just to help us and teach us. We tried to get a coach, but it didn't work out. But at least we still played with a few, gave us tips and cues to do the shot calling. So we've tried about everyone on the team as a shot caller. Some don't work, but others, well, we're starting to have a combination of two people, which is me and Echo, who usually alternates in the shot calling. None of us is I'm gonna say good enough to do it all games or even sometimes all the single game. Like it gets tiring, as you probably know. But we do it. We're doing it a lot now. So we have me and her. We're always alternating speaking, so we make sure to not miss the macro or the objectives, or that everyone's doing what they're supposed to do,
Nice. It's
even to jumps people. So,
and I think it's important to have that team effort. So the fact that you guys have realized that and kind of made those decisions in advance to be able to work together as a team and to figure that out, I think is going to lead you to quite a bit of success as you keep going.
yeah, well, as we've noticed so far, I'm confusing a bit sometimes NGS in Heroes Launch. I don't know which season is which, but when we were playing at the beginning, like our first season, we lost every single game, and then we won a few and a few more. And this season, we won almost all of them. So clearly, we're on the growing side. We're doing something right.
Nice, nice. That's fantastic. Well, you have been nice enough to provide me with a highlight clip of your team, so we're going to transition into that really quick. All right. So here we are. We're on Infernal Shrines. We are the team on the left, but we've got a bit of an aggro position, and we're ready for this shrine to pop. Newton has just started it. The whole team is there, and the red team is a little bit out of position. Let's play this clip. Okay, there we go. Echoes hovering in the bush, warding for the team. And they had Echo in a route and didn't turn on him. And you guys were able to mosh, even though it was interrupted. You killed 2 people. You got the Lucio sound barrier off. And oh, I am still playing this in the background. There we go, paused. And we're just able to take that fight because you had the position in advance, and frankly because they let ETC kind of abuse them with the power slide and get that mosh, that even though the light bomb hit ETC, there was enough already happening from your team that you had a lead on the shrine defenders, you got 2 kills, and I'm sure that just made it so that was almost a free objective for you guys. How was everybody feeling in that moment?
Obviously, when you pull a play like this, everyone's happy and you're motivated, especially since you're gonna get the objective and push the bottom lane a lot more. So it gets the momentum going and everything. And we felt like we had the advantage because we were there before them at the objective. So I'm again going on one of our strong points is the macro. We're already positioned. Of course, like you mentioned, they managed to land the stun on ETC, so maybe we're not quick enough to react or anything, but I guess it was
Hey,
enough.
2 of them got dead, not
Two
you,
of them
right?
got dead, exactly. But still, so it brings the confidence that like our macro play is strong and that we were ready for them or already like we know the timings and where we should be when we should be, because if
Very
you're there
nice.
before them you can set up more easily and you have less risk of someone arriving first and finding etc in a bush and getting mush pit, right?
Right. No,
So if you,
it's a lot easier to set a trap if you got a little time ahead of schedule to do it.
exactly.
So, all right, my friend, it is time for the lightning round of questions. You will have
All right.
60 seconds to see just how many questions you can answer of Valk's lightning round questions. The timer will start as I finish reading the first question. Hellstorm, are you ready?
Yes, let's
All
get the
right.
party going.
Hero for their own cookbook.
Lily.
Favorite HOTS resource.
Stuns CCs.
Favorite NGS writer.
Skip, can I skip? I don't
Yep,
know
you
all
can
of them.
skip. Favorite map.
Dragonshire.
Best hero aesthetically.
Jaina.
Worst talent in the game.
Skip, sorry.
Best hero's workout buddy.
Tychus.
Which map would you turn into an area rug for your home?
Um, Curse Hollow.
Name 1 heroic you won in real life.
It's not a heroic, but I want recall.
Okay. Favorite hero.
Tracer.
Favorite caster.
Bahamut.
Name 3 heroes for yoga class.
Cassia. Um, Lily. I'll
Oh,
go
and
with
there's our
ETC.
timer.
ETC. ETC is
ETC
good for
is the
yoga.
third one.
Yeah.
I think he would have a very excited yoga class that he would be involved in.
No, but he's making the background music for the yoga
Yeah.
class.
All right, so let's count up how many you got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Gotta
Very
do good.
respectable number, right behind the
Right.
leaders at 12. But the I think unfortunately the Rider one threw you for a little bit of a loop. I know that's a little bit more of the out there, but on it
I am. Yeah, I know.
on
But I
on
don't know
a
the name.
on a
It's like
outside of the lightning round question, are we Terran, are we Zerg, or are we Protoss?
Protoss.
Oh, I don't know if we can be friends anymore because I'm a Wings of Liberty Terran and Protoss was all sorts of imba back then.
I remember. That's why I played them. It's the only way to win.
uh,
Do the Archon toilet all the time.
that oh man, I remember seeing some of those in the I want to say it was like the Intel Extreme Masters tournament where somebody just pulled off an absolutely nuts Archon toilet and it was just like, all right, well,
Game over.
yeah. So, no, great fun. Again, I'm a Terran. I don't know how to play the others well enough. I suppose I could probably do Protoss before Zerg, but that
Terran
would
requires too much splitting Marines. It's the only reason. Like, I could play Terran against Protoss, actually, but against Zerg, it's impossible.
uh
I used to play random. I've
I don't,
played random until I got the 2000 win as random, like for
wow.
the achievement.
Wow, I don't even think I have 2,000 wins as Protoss. So, well, for a deep dive, you mentioned, I believe it was Lily for her own cookbook. What
Yeah.
what are you hoping
Uh,
to see in the Lily Storm Stout cookbook?
well, I don't know. She sounded like she's always making tea and anything and everything. So if we're talking about something a cookbook,
Yeah.
I thought she was the one.
Well, and through talents, she has a variety of styles with her teas, so she may have a full cookbook of different teas, right?
Exactly, like every type from chai to chamomile.
Nice, nice. Well, as we wrap up, the time is yours, Hellstorm. Who would you like to shout out?
I would like to shout out to my team, of course, everyone on my team. And I'll make a special shout out because I've made friends recently with one of the baddest dudes players. We've started to play a lot together, so I'm make a special shout out to him. It's a giant dwarf from the baddest
Nice.
dudes,
Nice.
and also my team, of course. Hi everyone, if you're
Perfect.
watching.
Perfect. I'm sure they'll see as we get this loaded for production, if you will. But with that, I will say my normal send off of "Hi, Mom." And for everybody out there, remember to spay and neuter your pets, as well as vote for additional maps into the NGS map pool. Garden of Terror, Hanamura Temple, what could be more fun than having more maps? Bring it on. This has been Valcomer. This is a Nexus Gaming Series production. Everybody out there, have fun in the Nexus, and remember to check the bushes.